Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Wednesday, April 11th, 2018. The past few weeks of precipitation are shown here with the observed values on the left and the percent of normal on the right. We did have a pretty wet storm move through portions of Nevada and even into northern Utah last weekend, and it's been on the drier side for the last few days. Snowfall over the past 24 hours has been mainly limited to the mountains of central Idaho and western Wyoming, where the snow depth is still pretty healthy for this time of year. We have had a few warm and dry days across portions of the Great Basin, especially the southern areas, but we are looking for a change to come into the Great Basin. This morning's satellite imagery shows that area of low pressure, a pretty significant area of low pressure off the Pacific coast, and even already moved into northern California and the northwest portions of Nevada. We do expect some very gusty winds to move into the region today, followed by much cooler temperatures and widespread rain and snow moving in as early as tonight in Nevada. The forecast for today, however, is calling for warm temperatures with those really strong south to southwest winds out ahead of this next area of low pressure. Still looking for pretty good ventilation rates area-wide today. Transport winds are strongest over far western Nevada and southern Nevada, and even into southwest Utah for today, with pretty high mixing heights area-wide. The main center of the low pressure moves into the Great Basin by tomorrow afternoon. Again, we'll see that precipitation starting in western Nevada by this evening and continuing overnight as it tracks further east across eastern Nevada and into Utah. Ventilation rates will be very good tomorrow. A very windy day is expected for portions of central and eastern Great Basin, with transport winds gusting to well over 40, 45, even 50 miles an hour across some of these areas shaded in purple and the darker maroons. Mixing heights are also still remaining very high as that low moves through. That area of low pressure quickly scoots off to the east by Friday, and we'll see a break in the storminess with still cooler temperatures remaining in place, but we'll see a bit of a return of some of those sunny skies to the region. Ventilation rates will remain pretty good on Friday. Very strong winds will remain over central and eastern Utah as that low exits off to the east, while we'll see calmer winds in place over western Nevada. The clearing index forecast for Utah is shown here for the next 3 days with very high values expected for the duration of the period. 3-day precipitation accumulations are shown here. The best chances for precipitation are going to be coming to the mountains of central Idaho, of course western Wyoming and southeast Idaho, and then across much of the higher elevations of Utah. This storm is going to be on the cooler side, certainly a good late spring storm, so we are looking for high elevation snow and low elevation rain out of this one. Precipitation is going to be definitely more limited in western Nevada and shouldn't expect to see much, if any, over southern Nevada. The drier signal continues into Saturday, especially over Utah and Nevada, with some lingering moisture over Idaho as we set up for the next low pressure moving into the western U.S. That low gets closer to the coast on Sunday, but should continue to see generally dry sunny conditions area-wide on Sunday. And then by Monday, that low will move through, bringing cooler temperatures and a chance for some showers across the north and west. It begins to make its exit by next Tuesday. So the next week is really looking for progressive weather patterns, gusty winds in place across much of the region, precipitation, swinging temperatures. We'll have warm temperatures today, followed by a couple of days of pretty cool temperatures, mountain snow, valley rain, and then a little bit of a break for the weekend, and then return of wind and rain possibly early next week. Precipitation accumulations for days 4 and 5 are shown here. This is Saturday through Monday when we're expecting a little bit of that break in the storm track, especially to Utah and southern Nevada. The extended forecast for the Climate Prediction Center is still keeping us in this cool, wet pattern moving into the 3rd week of April. This concludes today's smoke dispersion briefing. Please check back on Friday for the latest updates.